In School Analytics, we've recently introduced the ability to put house details onto your graph. So we're now pulling all the houses that your pupils belong to into the data set, and we can create a graph based on the population of your houses in school. I haven't, though, put this house data as a separate graph. So you'll find no default graph that mentions house data. So what I'm going to do in this quick demo is show you how you can create your own graph that shows you how many pupils are in any given house through the school. And it's really easy, really quick, really straightforward. Here we are. I've loaded up the latest version of School Analytics. This is the core and attendance version. And I've loaded up the very latest copy. You will need a copy produced after the start of December 2024 to access house data. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a graph that lists the number of pupils in each house at the bottom of this front page. This is the summary page. And I'm going to squash up the premium pupils graph here so that I can accommodate it. It's worthwhile mentioning at this point that I'm in Power BI Desktop. You can also do this on Power BI Online, the Power BI service, but I've chosen to do it in the desktop. But the same process can be done in Power BI Online. So I'm going to make a bit of space first. So I'm going to squash up this graph, which is premium pupils by year group, down there, and it squashes up reasonably well. And then I'm going to add a new graph alongside it. Rather than add a new graph from scratch, at which point I'd have to put all the formatting changes on there to make the corners round and the title of the graph in the right font. I can do that, but it takes a while. So the quickest way is for us just to copy and paste an existing graph. And I'm going to copy and paste the pupil premium graph here. And you can press Control and C, or you can click the copy button there, which is what I'm going to do. And then you can paste it. So we've got a copy of this now alongside the existing pupil premium one. And there you go. It's useful to do it that way because, again, it's the same dimensions as the existing one, so it fits nicely here. So all I need to do now is change the x-axis of this graph. On the x-axis at the moment, I'm looking in the visualizations pane here, and you'll see we've got the x-axis and the y-axis. Well, the y-axis is correct because what I want to do is count up the number of pupils still. But instead of counting them by year group, as you can see here, we've got year group, I want to count them by house. So I'm going to take out the entry here, year group, though in this case the hierarchy for the year group. I'm going to take that out by pressing on the cross there, and you'll see this graph now becomes a simple count of pupils who are pupil premium. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for house in the side here. In the data pane here, you probably saw it then, I'd already done it, but what you can do is you can type the word house and it just looks for columns that match whatever you type in there. So there it is, there's the house column. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag it across and put it on the x-axis. There we go. So now we've got along the side here the houses in my school neatly there, and we've also got the number of pupils. Now that number of pupils is actually the number of pupil premium pupils in the house, because this original graph, which remember I copied and pasted, had a default filter applied to it. I'm just going to take that default filter off now by looking in the filter pane, going right up to the very top where you'll see a section that says filters on this visual. So it's the filters on this visual section I'm interested in. And you can see there it's inherited, because I copied and pasted it, it's inherited this filter here where pupil premium is yes. So I'm going to take that filter out and I'm going to do it by clicking on the remove filter button there. And now all these numbers reflect the number of pupils in my different houses. So all I've got to do on this now is change the title. It says pupil premium pupils still. It needs to just say houses. So I'm going to cross to the visualizations pane and clicked on this format your visual section here. And I'm going to go to the general tab within that. We've got two tabs in this part of Power BI, visual and general. I'm clicking on general. And I'm going to expand the title section here. So all it needs to say now is house or houses. And there you go, it's done. There we have our graph, and it's showing houses on there. So it's as simple as that. All I need to do now is to publish this new version up to the online service, the easiest way is to click that publish button, but you could go into the service and upload it and overwrite your existing report with this new version. So it's as simple as that.